Okay, if you had to marry a baseball player, who would it be?
This is such a basic answer, and I don't want to say it.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Which was more culturally significant, the Renaissance or Single Ladies by Beyonce?
If you wanna see some wet ass pussy.
This dude named Michael used to.
I don't know which one of you bitches just lied to me and told me I'm not gonna see no monsters until later in the game. I just seen that motherfucker!
The way that I would let this man me is ridiculous.
Hey Jaspatak, how are you doing? I am one mental breakdown away from reading fanfiction about the members of My Chemical Romance falling in love with each other. So.
My dad may be a horrible demon, but I still want him to love me.
I too wish for the fatherly love.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But if Gerard Way does something, it is then gender affirming to me. So now, wearing a cheerleading outfit and shaving my legs is gender affirming. He pulled the Uno reverse card on me, and it's so powerful. But like I said, I don't make the rules, so I'm...
My car breaks down, I don't call a mechanic, I just open the hood, and then I stare at it. And then I call a mechanic.
Yeah, there were definitely dead hookers in the closets.
I'm on a sugar crush, I ain't gonna fucking cash, maybe I should take.
That is the reductionist stereotype that puts people like me in little boxes. You chose the right box though, I will admit.
Does anyone else hear this in foundations?
You have a heart, a cold one.
You know, there's only one person in this world who can tell you what you are. Me. No, me, Sue Sylvester.
Your only personality trait is that you like One Direction. I like 5 Seconds of Summer too, bitch.
And why aren't you in uniform?
I've sometimes been excessively over-enthusiastic, and sometimes I have to rein myself in.
I thought about wearing a dress in Texas before. That's another story for another time though.
A man, me. A woman, me. And the corpses of 1,000 evil men. Frank Iero, who I killed 1,000 times. This doesn't sound like vampire money. Photos taken moments before disaster. Secret third opening act, vacuum guy. Everyone was cheering for him, and they ended up giving him a little spotlight, and he did a bow before leaving. OMG, yeah, the spotlight was great. This man, literally a legend. I need to eat them with a side of rice. Or something. Walks in crying, trembling, soaked in blood, visibly transgender. Yeah, I just got back from the MCR livestream. Walks in crying, covered in cat hair and scratches, visibly transgender. Yeah, MCR livestream again. Walks in crying, silk scarf hanging from my back pocket, visibly transgender. Do you even need to ask? Enchanted by Mikey Way's pathetic voice wag. My girl's smaller than an Xbox. Frank meandering across the stage to drink Roy's wine is the moment ever. So nice that there's a whole band at Ray Toro's guitar show. Pool boy and nurse floating around in my head like when a cartoon character is having a bad nightmare. Everyone be nice to Mikey Way or I'm blowing this whole website up. I think Frank Iero understands perfectly how to be famous. He has a normal little family in New Jersey and protects their privacy fiercely and draws clear and consistent boundaries about what fan engagement he considers appropriate when it comes to his real life, but he also has a room full of guitars and demands puppy shelters come visit him at stadiums so he can adopt dogs when he feels like it. That's truly the way I would do it. Sometimes we couldn't tell who fucking liked that album. I do, baby girl. She's the love of my life. Shit on Danger Days and you're nothing to me. Frank putting Desert Song on the set list and then crying because of it is like when a Pokemon hurts itself in confusion. Category 1 million My Chemical Romance emergency. They are playing songs from their albums, on stage. The nature of My Chemical Romance is that every so often they save your life a little and you just have to incorporate that into your worldview. I could probably pick up Frank Iero with tongs. Gerard will scream and growl and moan and whine, and then between songs they're like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you take a little step back, please? Can you do that for me? Okay, 1, 2, 3, step back, please. Okay, thank you. With the voice of a small, little, lovely mouse. Thinking about how My Chemical Romance's first song was essentially a love letter for their fans, not many bands have that to their name. MCR really descended onto planet Earth as a fated group and opened with their first words, "You're not in this alone," and kept that statement true for its entire lifetime. Okay. For Frank hater facade. Not to be mean, but that's a very thin facade. It's intentional. I love bullying him for being a man, but he is so sweet and his sweetness is like a grenade onto my delicate farce of aloofness. Never mind. I hope he dies.
I follow you into the park, through the jungle, through the dark. God, I never loved one like you.
You're beautiful. The day was beautiful.
I'll be here never with you. We laugh until we think we'll die, barefoot on a summer night. Nothing new is sweeter than with you. And in the street we run free like it's only you and me. Geez, got something to see. Oh, oh, let me go home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Oh, oh, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you.
One of my favorite things about this, these tours that we've been doing is that G's been up there and I feel like he's been able to just be himself.
Unbelievable, so unbelievable. You ruin everything, oh, you better go home. I'm unbelievable, yeah, I'm undefeatable, yeah.